I'd better go.
Can I see you again? Future talk. We can exchange war stories. I'm quite harmless.
Maybe I could ask a favor.
What is it?
I'm working on my thesis. Well, struggling might be a better word. Another opinion would be helpful. I wonder if
Would I read it?
you wouldn't mind. You being in the arts, I thought,
I'd be happy to.
with a critical eye.
If you wish.
Wonderful. I'll drop it off later.
I'll look forward to reading it.
Goodbye, Mr. Myers. Mrs. Myers.
Another art teacher. Just what the economy needs.
You put them in the garbage. You threw them out. Why did you do that?
They're taking up space.
So you throw them in the garbage?
You're supposed to sell your work, not collect it.
I'll decide when I want to sell.
We could use some money.
For what? More jewelry?
We haven't eaten out in a month.
We have a stove.
I don't have time to cook.
You work 3 days a week.
You said I wouldn't have to work.
Oh, you're crazy. I never said that. I'll take these to school tomorrow. Don't touch me, understand?
Oh, what are you going to do? Throw me out? I'd have to give up all of this.
Just stay away from them.
Teaching art to a bunch of kids in Van Goghs and movie companies. What a joke. Yes? I'm pissed, that's what's the matter. No, not you. Him. Sure. What's that? No problem. I told him I had to work the gallery. Now, there's someone at the door. I have to go. 10 minutes. I'll meet you there. Yes?
Mrs. Myers?
Yes?
I'm Detective Stevens.
Police?
May I come in,
What do you want?
please?
You have a badge or something?
Thank you.
My husband's not home.
Yes, I know. I wanted to speak with you.
Me?
May I have a seat?
You could have called.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. It's just,
I was just leaving for work.
this will just take 5 minutes.
I'm late.
5 minutes, that's all it'll take. Then you can be on with your business. Promise. Thank you.
What would you like to know?
Now, how long have you and Mr. Myers been married?
What does that have to do with anything?
Please, Mr. Myers, it's just a routine question.
A year, a little more.
Good, thank you. Now, how did you two meet?
I'm a receptionist at the Simpson Gallery. Richard sold the gallery some drawings. Please, let you tell me what this is about. I'm not answering your questions.
It's a criminal matter, Mrs. Myers.
Criminal matter? Richard, you're kidding.
Were they his?
What?
The drawings that he sold to your gallery, were they his?
Did he draw them, you mean?
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I never asked, okay?
Are you familiar with his finances?
As a teacher, there's not much to be familiar with.
Mrs. Myers, there's no need to be sarcastic.
Yes, I know what he earns.
Okay, aside from his teaching, does your husband have any other forms of income?
As an artist, you mean?
Yes.
No, he hasn't sold anything in a year.
You're sure?
Believe me, I'm sure.
Those drawings that he sold to Simpson, how much was he paid for those?
$100,000.
And what happened to the money?
The money.
Yes. Did you spend it? Did you put it in the bank?
Well, he bought a few things, a car, some jewelry. He spent it, yes.
And how much is left?
A couple thousand.
$2,000. That's all?
Yes.
Where does Mr. Myers keep his money?
He doesn't. I keep it. It's in my checking account.
Not his.
I handle our expenses. Please, I have to get to work. I'm late.
Are you aware that your husband has accounts totaling $500,000?
How much?
$400,000
$2,907.12. That's a great deal of savings for a teacher, would you say? You didn't know
What?
about the money. You didn't know.
Of course I knew.
It's just that you seem surprised.
I'm his wife. We don't keep secrets.
And you'd know where those drawings came from.
I wouldn't know because I don't care to know. What do those drawings have to do with this anyway? You please tell me why you're here.
We believe that your husband may have some information concerning the sale of fraudulent art.
Safe.
Did your husband know a man named Eller?
Ellard?
Harry Eller.
Sorry, Ellard. No, I never heard. Wait, did he just die?
A few months ago, yes.
Okay, Ellard. Richard went to his funeral.
How about a man named Joe Girardi?
Garden? No. I never heard that name.
You're sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Does your husband keep any of these drawings here in the apartment section?
A few things. Some sketches.
Are these his?
Is there a problem with the things you sold to Simpson? Have you spoken with them?
Yes, I have.
Well, they wouldn't want their money back, would they? They were fake, I mean.
Is there something you want to tell me?
No.
Then I wouldn't jump to conclusions.
No. It's a crime, isn't it?
Yes, to represent your work as that of others, that's a crime. But Mrs. Myers, we're not accusing your husband of anything. All we want is some information.
Please, I have to get to work. I don't want to be fired.
May I look at these?
Do you have a warrant?
Oh, a warrant? Now, what would I need a warrant for?
Unless you have a warrant. I'm not doing that. I'm not showing you anything.
Mrs. Myers, please.
No, I'm sorry. Not until I speak with my husband.
Well then, thank you for your time, all 5 minutes of it.
Would you like Richard to call you?
Oh, that won't be necessary. I'll be in contact.
Have you frozen his account?
Of course not. We have no reason to. Goodbye, Mrs. Myers. We just want to know where the money came from.
So do I.
Can I get you something? Coffee? Wine?
A quick soda would be nice.
Your interest in art, how did that start?
My father.
Did he teach?
No, he owned a printing business, but he could have. We spent hours at shows or visiting museums.
You didn't resent that? A pretty lady like you, it didn't intrude on your social life?
He'd make it fun.
Your folks alive?
Dad died last year.
Sorry.
My mom lives in California.
Your husband?
Divorced. Is your wife an artist?
Brenda, my first wife was. She died. Lived in the receptionist at the Simpson Gallery. You know?
Madison Avenue.
That's the place.
I meant what I said.
About
My thesis, critical eye and all that.
your father helping?
The research, yes.
As your professor read.
An earlier draft, he didn't like it.
Oh dear. That must have upset you.
Dad told me anytime you challenge the authenticity of a piece, you have to expect criticism.
Authenticity, that's the subject of your paper?
Yes.
Which work were you questioning?
The street musician at the Modern Museum of Art. Do you know it?
The Kandinsky.
Yes, that's the one.
You deserve an A for courage. Talk about ruffling feathers.
I'm afraid that's Professor Prentice's reaction.
Carl first?
You know him?
Carl? Yes, I know Carl. He was at Boston Fine Arts before they bounced him.
He was fired?
It was all very hush-hush. He's at the Modern.
Yes, acquisition.
He chaired the committee that authenticated the musician. Did he tell you that?
You're kidding.
Although
drawing is unlike his earlier work. There's no doubt the street musician is by the hand of Kandinsky, perhaps the finest of his latter period. I'm sure your professor didn't take kindly to your assertion of his fate.
I didn't know.
What made you think it was a forgery?
Oh, it's gorgeous, for one.
Hidden from the Nazis, then London to New York, sold by one anonymous dealer to another anonymous dealer, ending up at the Cooper Gallery.
Very good.
Its sale made the art review. That was an important piece.
The paper was old, but I suspected it was cut from the flyleaf of an old book.
How about that?
Give me a couple of days, and I'll make enough to draw a dozen pictures.
You've done your homework.
Something else. I compared the musician to a drawing at Yale, a Matisse. I was convinced they were the work of the same artist.
Which Matisse?
It's a battle of the Titans, you know.
But they're entirely different periods.
I know, but the paper, the techniques are so similar.
Both fake and by the same person? That's a bit of a stretch.
Well, anyway, it's all my pieces.
I can't wait to read.
I better go.
What you just got here?
I have an appointment, a job offer.
How are you managing?
Unemployment, some savings, not desperate, but sitting there.
This has been most interesting, Mrs. Chisholm.
Oh,
Oh.
tell me when you finish my paper.
I'll read it tonight and call you first thing in the morning. How's that? No, wait. I have a better idea. What are you doing tomorrow? Tomorrow evening?
Well, nothing. I don't think I'm doing anything.
Yes, you are. You're coming here to listen to my critique.
You're sure?
I am.
Linda wouldn't mind?
She's meeting her boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
She says she's hanging pictures. That's a euphemism for meeting her boyfriend. There isn't enough wall space in New York to hang all the pictures she's supposed to have all. You'd think she'd have the decency to give a different excuse. More my fault than hers. An attractive young woman falling for someone twice her age, warning bells and all that.
She's very pretty.
Yes, like a suspicious painting.
Sorry.
You want it so much, you knit yourself through. 7 o'clock then. We'll have dinner here. I'll order out.
I have a book from the Modern Library. It shows a collection of her drawings. And my students gave me some wine. I'll bring that too.
Wine? Whatever happened to apples? Chinese or Italian?
We're discussing art. Italian, what else?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
But this part has been long concentrated finish that reveals a tremendous potential.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Oh, bullshit.
I think you've had enough of the Richmond fruity.
I read someone paid $70,000 for a bottle of this stuff. Wouldn't you love to sneak a glass of one of those wine things? You know, where they do all the sucking and slurping. What do they call those?
A tasting?
A tasting, yes, a tasting. If anyone would know, if anyone would tell the difference.
Some could, I think.
Some, 12,000 a glass, and some would know. What pretentious crap.
What about my paper?
Interesting.
Interesting.
That Matisse business. Fascinating stuff.
You went to the museum?
How could I resist?
Well,
Someone thinks it's genuine or it wouldn't be there.
and so am I, right?
No, you have a good eye.
That versus all those experts?
You ever hear of Otto Brugger?
A dealer, wasn't he?
1930s.
The Broker scandal, of course, fake Van Gogh.
Oh, Otto unloaded a dozen or so and got himself arrested. The experts were called, and they all testified that the paintings were all genuine. Well, maybe not all. Some could be fake. But there's a possibility that some of the fakes could be genuine, except for the fake, that is. So much for the experts.
The science is better now.
Did you know that a curator of one of the world's great museums said that 40% of the artwork he examined was owned?
40%?
And that's a museum. Imagine what the poor uninformed collector is hanging in his walls.
is it done?
What?
How does the bad stuff get through?
Oh, I thought it was fake. I didn't say it was bad.
All right, how do you fool the pros?
In exchange for your 2 bottles of rich and fruity wine, I'll tell you. First, you find out what the dealer's looking for.
Second,
Find it.
find it.
Sure. If the client's looking for a Picasso, find the Picasso.
How?
How do you think?
Origin.
Very good. You create one.
Next,
Place the unsigned masterpiece in among dozens of paintings. The dealer spots it. He's about to jump out of his shoes, but pretends not to be interested. You pretend to see he's not pretending, then move on to step 4.
which is,
Pretend someone else.
could be gone tomorrow.
Exactly. Our dealer is certain he's discovered a hidden treasure. Caution flies out the window, and another fate enters the world of art, or in this case, the client's collection.
So he takes the dealer's word.
Of course, the hell does the client know? The dealer says it's a Picasso, so it's a Picasso, right?
But there's no signature.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
But if it's proven to be bogus, the dealer would take it back, wouldn't he?
Proven by whom? Even Picasso signed Picassos. Besides, Mr. Byers is not about to marry raise a fuss.
Why not?
As the surf crashes outside his Southampton mansion, our collector, dressed in his white linen suit with Gucci moccasins, sips his crude champagne and smugly tells his fawning dinner guests how he stole his newly acquired painting for a mere $10 million. No way this character is going to admit to being fooled.
But it's worthless.
Not to the guy who painted it.
Be serious.
So it's fake. So what? Think reality TV. As long as it's interesting, who cares? So someone twists the facts a little bit. What's the big deal?
The guy's out $10 million.
It's not about the money. It's about perceptions. Who is the biggest home, the fanciest cars, the most expensive art? Our collector didn't buy a painting, he bought an autograph. Hey everybody, look down there. See that signature down in the corner? That's a Picasso, my friends. See how important I am?
You said it was unsigned.
Aha.
Forged. A dealer would forge a signature?
Perhaps it surfaced during his singing.
Come on.
Or maybe he forgot. Busy guy, Picasso. So many women, so little time.
So the dealer lends a hand, or in this case, a signature.
Someone has to provide the product.
Artists angry at the art world for not recognizing their genius, right?
More like greedy artists and dealers taking advantage of elitists with more money than brains.
Are you one of them, Richard?
You think I'm greedy?
No, not greedy. I think you're angry.
And why would I be angry?
I don't know, you tell me. I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn, that's none of my business.
I used to have a dream. I'm on a train and I want to get off. But at every station, there are people waiting. Angry people. The train pulls in, they see me through the window, and they start yelling and shaking their fists at me. I'm afraid. So I plead with the conductor not to stop. And we speed on to the next station. But at the next station, the same people are there. Only this time, they're laughing, pointing their fingers. Every station is the same people. So the train never stops, never get off.
These people, the ones mocking you, do you know them?
For a long time, I did.
You do now? And you're still afraid?
No, not anymore.
Why not?
Let's talk about it.
Those artists, the ones who take advantage, they have to be good.
Well, it depends. Fine painting takes time. This contemporary stuff.
Your drawings, the ones look at your eyes, they were good.
They are.
Good enough?
What are you suggesting?
You know a great deal about the business.
I hear things.
I'm doing research for a paper. I'm not
No tape recorders?
looking
There's nothing more I'd rather do. I'll take your word. A few years ago, a dealer came to me and asked for some old drawings, a few things to smarten up his client's home. If I needed some old paper, he just might have some lying around.
Not very subtle.
He thought something along the lines of a Moreau or a Kandinsky would be next,
Again, this week.
and a few others.
So, what did you do?
I gave him good,
How many?
20 or so.
Who was the dealer?
I can't tell you that.
Your 20 drawings, did you sign them?
No.
Are they signed now? Are they?
Yes,
How do you know?
I know.
You could have gone to jail.
Well, what? I simply drew in the manner the artist he requested. They're not copies. They're original Myers. There's nothing illegal about that.
Stop it, you knew what you were doing.
I needed the money. My agent dropped me and said I wasn't interesting enough. My hair was too short and I still had 2 years.
Your drawings, where are they now? Any other modern?
Are you suggesting that he get past Frederick's the Great?
That would explain his reaction to my paper.
It would, wouldn't it?
So, where are they?
I have no idea.
Richard, it's just the two of us. When I leave here, I'll burn my pieces, okay? The Battle of the Titans, the musicians, are they yours?
You don't need to know.
Was it for the money? I mean, if they were yours, would it have been just for the money?
What else?
But to see your work in a museum hanging side by side with the masters,
Wouldn't that be nice?
to make fools of the critics. Maybe that's what's going to jail.
Ah, deceiving the critics. How I love doing that.
Then the musician is yours.
Did I say that? Must be the wine.
You don't feel any guilt?
Why would I?
Your art is labeled as someone else's.
The label's fake.
It's a forgery. It's a lie.
Art doesn't lie. People lie. A work of art is a work of art. A name shouldn't change. It's trash. If modern describes Moreau's Boy in a Wheat Field as a masterpiece, is it no longer that because my name is on it?
Boy in Wheatfield? I saw that somewhere. In there. It's in there. Is that yours?
Of course not. It's Moreau's. Isn't that what it says?
My God.
Would you like one?
What?
A Moreau. I'm serious.
No, I don't want a Moreau.
Someone else then. Whatever, neighbor, just name it. Any artist you want.
You are terrible.
You must have a picture.
Okay. Van Gogh. I'd like a Van Gogh.
In a month, you'll have.
You said 2 weeks.
Van Gogh takes longer to dry.
You're impossible.
And you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
Vibrant and alive, like a beautiful painting.
Don't change the subject.
There's a song, a lyric, a beautiful girl walking with a soul and you walk by me. That's about an older guy falling in love with a younger woman.
You just don't.
Why did you divorce? I couldn't imagine leaving
You pretend to be something he wasn't.
you. Don't we all?
Sometimes, yes, I suppose we do.
I'm sorry, I'm making you uncomfortable.
I better go.
No, please, I shouldn't have told you about the drawings.
It's late and you kind of like to drink.
If you say, I'll tell you where they are.
No, it's all right.
You improve your thesis, you'll get an A.
And you'll go to jail. We'll talk later.
No, tonight, let's go to the museum.
It's 11 o'clock. They're closed.
They'll open for me. I'm a world-class forger. I demand respect. Would you care?
Good night.
Will I see you again? Please? Beautiful girl, walking slow. If you hadn't spent that money, we could have a few dollars. $100,000 buys a lot of vacations.
I never had many nice things, you know.
Yeah, well, the car car was okay, we needed a car, but that other stuff,
Yeah, I guess I went kind of crazy, huh?
a lot of money, that's all I'm saying.
I'll do it. Damn it, I'll do it.
What are you doing?
I'm taking it back. The jewelry.
I didn't say all of it.
No, they said they'd take it back, so that's where it's going.
Look, Linda,
What the hell was I thinking?
a couple pieces is all in there.
Tomorrow. It goes back tomorrow. I made up my mind. You don't have enough problems. I'm throwing money away on things we don't need.
Problems? What problems?
Oh, the police were here.
Police?
A guy named Steven.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want you to worry.
Oh, like I wouldn't find out? What did he want?
Oh, he was asking about things.
What things?
Where your studio was, where you kept your work, things.
What did you tell him?
I didn't know.
I keep myself at school, you know that.
I didn't think you'd want me to say anything being so secretive.
You told him I was secretive?
No, of course not. He asked about the drawings you told me. Are you all right?
You coming back?
I don't know.
Those sketches in that portfolio, did you look at those?
No, he wanted to, but I wouldn't let him. Is there a problem?
What's with the question?
Just wondering, police coming here and all.
Did he leave a number?
No, he said he'd call you.
Are you telling me everything?
Yes, of course. I just thought it was funny, that's all. Police coming here asking questions. I thought maybe there was something I should know. Is there? Is there something I should know, Richard?
No.
You know a guy named Terry Ellard?
An art dealer. He was a dealer, and he died. Wow.
Joe Girardi? You know him?
After Robert died, Gerardi bought his gallery.
I got asked if I knew them.
What did you tell him?
Well, I told him you went to Ellard's funeral. Richard, if you're in trouble, I want to be able to help you.
What are you gonna do, ask your boyfriend for advice?
No, that's over. It's finished.
Yeah, right.
It is. It's finished.
That's
It was last week.
He died?
No, he didn't die.
I don't believe you.
Believe what you want.
Just like that.
Yes, just like that.
You're not lying.
Can't blame you, but it was.
This guy, your boyfriend, you give him money? That where the money went?
I lent him some, yes.
Lent?
A business deal, he said, could double it.
Drugs?
No drugs, I swear.
How much?
10,000. I know it was wrong. It was stupid. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Yeah.
I mean it. I want it to work with God. You have to believe that. From here on, no more lies. I promise. But you have to be honest with me, too. If you're in trouble or you something, you have to tell me. Richard, are you mixed up in something? What's the
I used to people. Guys who fool around with stuff.
drawing?
Drawings, painting, yeah.
You?
No, I just moved it. The other guy did the artwork. I'm okay.
Well, he asked about the money you got from Pickering.
What did he say?
Well, he wanted to know how much was left.
What did you tell him?
A couple thousand. I guess they did us a favor, huh?
A favor?
Spending it. Can't take what you don't have.
Nobody's taking anything.
Well, he said he was going to put a lien on our bank account.
He said that, a lien?
All your husband was freezing his account. That's what he said.
And you waited to tell me this?
I figured he'd call you before he did anything. He said account, Richard. Where would he say that? All we have is a checking account, right? That's right, isn't it? That's the checking account?
I put some money away. I would have told you about it, but I wasn't sure about us. You'd seen that guy and all.
Can't blame you about that.
I wanted you to stay for me, not the money, understand?
Of course I understand.
I just wanted to be sure, that's all I'm saying.
The money. Where'd it come from? Where'd you get it?
A relative, an uncle, he was big in real estate.
Like an inheritance.
An inheritance, yeah.
So it's okay.
Money's good.
How much? How much do you need?
$500,000.
Gee,
I know, I should have said something.
well, it's just that. Well, suppose something happened to you. I mean, shouldn't I have something?
You get it.
I did.
There's a will. I had a will drawn up. You're the beneficiary.
I am.
Well,
Well, I guess. I mean, me being that guy, no, I didn't think you do that.
you're all I have, Linda.
Hey, let me start over. Fresh beginning. You know, we could have some fun. We could pretend like we just got kicked. Exactly, didn't you? But remember, no more lies.
Yeah, no more lies. Wrong with the president.
You hop in here, hop in the sack and leave. No more, Mike, that's got to change.
Okay, come to my place.
Come on, Mike, I deserve more than that. We deserve more.
So, Doc.
You want me to be happy, don't you, honey?
Hey, once, you never complain,
I didn't have a choice.
and now you do.
Now I do. Yeah. Now you do.
You're not getting a divorce, because I don't think I could afford it if you.
No divorce, for Christ's sake.
Okay, I'm listening.
You know what this is?
My IOU, want to $10,000 back?
It's Richard's will.
What the hell's he got left?
$500,000.
And you didn't know?
He keeps secrets, that guy.
Smarter than I thought.
Guess to the beneficiary.
You?
Little me.
He's dumber than I thought.
Another thing, Mike. You got life insurance. Another $500,000.
Yeah, well, if he's got a bad ticker, you can forget that. Where did he get the dough?
You said an awful lot of it, but I don't believe it. I think you mixed up
Richard?
a copper.
Well, what do you want?
He was asking where he kept his word.
Why would you want to know that?
Richard said he knew guys who did stuff.
Stuff? What stuff? What the hell are you talking about?
Forgeries or something like that.
No shit.
I think he's in trouble, Mike.
Forgeries, huh? He told you that? You guys are talking again?
Well, I told him we broke up.
Did he believe you?
I convinced him.
I'll bet you did.
$1 million, Mike. All my life, I wondered what it would be like to have that kind of dough,
And you and 100 million other people.
to have that kind of money. No, see something once and just buy it, not have to worry.
You don't have it. He does.
But I know how to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got $100,000 for those drawings and those sentences, right?
So?
So, word gets around, he deals in high-end stuff. Maybe there's more where that came from. And maybe he keeps it here in your heart.
A burglary?
They steal art all the time, right?
So?
So, they break in here. There's a struggle.
A struggle, okay, and then what? Kill him?
You just might.
We? Did you say we?
I have a plan.
Me too, I'm out of here.
Listen to me.
No way.
You owe me $10,000. The least you can do is just this. Okay? Give me 1 minute.
1 minute.
Suppose he gets arrested.
For what? We don't know if the guy did anything wrong.
Suppose he did, and suppose they arrest him and freeze his account. What is time?
Freeze his account.
A lien or something, tied up.
They can do that?
You bet your ass they can. No way I'm taking that chance.
Oh, and murder isn't taking a chance? Look, the guy still takes the rent, right?
I didn't marry him for rent money.
Things could be worse, that's all I'm saying.
He made promises.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Why do you want?
You've been lying to this guy from day one.
It's how I cope.
I'll remember that.
He wants you to sell my jewelry, Mike.
Oh, and I didn't think you had a reason to tell him.
million, he wants me to sell my jewelry.
You're a minute up.
Like, you don't need the money?
Like I don't need a needle in my arm.
If you don't help, I'll do it. I will, Mike, I'll do it.
Man, you are dangerous.
Oh, and you have a record. Suppose I told the cops it was your idea.
What?
Killing him. Suppose I told the cops you thought it up. You go back inside, wouldn't you?
Do that?
I'm willing to kill. Why wouldn't I turn you in?
I didn't do that. Tell the cops.
No. No, of course not. I wouldn't hurt you. I love you. I'm desperate, that's all.
You be careful what you say.
$1 million bucks, Mike. It's finally our chance to have something. What?
I'm doing okay.
You tend bar and drive a 10-year-old pickup. You can't even afford to take me to a decent restaurant.
I couldn't afford that when I met you. What the hell do you think is going to change?
All our lives we've been treated like crap. Finally getting a break.
I'm pretty lucky. I got a few bucks in my pocket and a place to sleep. Very lucky.
Oh, that's lucky. A 20-year-old kid buys a gallery, fills with bullshit art, and hires me as a receptionist.
Look, Linda,
Let me finish. I'll give you the place with clothes in one. And lost a 30-year-old piece of eye candy from the Guggenheim. Not only does Superman sell everything in the gallery, but ends up marrying little Miss Head of her ass.
what in the hell does that have to do with anything?
Let me finish. Christ's sake, Mike, when you let me finish.
So finish.
During a yoga class, this man drops dead from a heart attack. Turns out he's worth 10 million. 10 million.
What's your point?
30 years old, and the guy died from a heart attack. Now that's what I call luck.
Look, your husband died, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and they buried him. And then all those sad faces go back to a party where they drink free booze and tell feel-good lies and laugh. And you know why they're laughing, Mike? Because it wasn't them in that spot. My parents did everything by the book. They worked their asses off and were dead by the time they were 50. I figured my genes were working against me, so before I die, I'm going to live a little. I'm going to have some fun, understand? Because when I die, people at my party won't get a shit either.
I gotta go.
I want you to think about what I'm saying, and then I want you to call me.
I'll think about it.
You owe me 10 grand
You gotta pay his debt.
to save your
That
ass.
doesn't include murder. I never agreed to killing anyone.
Better give me a call.
I said I'd think about it. Didn't I?
Oh, well, that cop's coming here tomorrow. We'll talk to Richard.
Be careful what you say.
Or anything, unless you numbers 1 through 20. Each number represents a drawing. Come on, Lieutenant. The only fake here is Girardi. The guy's a liar. Well, why would Girardi say such a thing? I sent a client to another customer. Girardi never forgave me. Just for 3 years. I would be surprised if he forced it up.
Well, the handwriting's genuine, and it is your name.
My name?
Well, your initials.
Oh, my initials. Oh,
I want to see a sales receipt.
I don't keep receipts.
Then I
have no records of my sales, no photographs, no descriptions of my art, nothing.
Why?
I'm sloppy that way.
Did you sign the pictures or the drawing that you sold the other?
I don't recall.
Well, someone did.
If someone chooses to sign someone else's name to my work, that's not my problem.
You deposited $400,000 into your bank account. Where'd the money come from?
Am I under arrest?
Not yet.
And I'm not telling you. Let's assume someone took my drawings, signed someone else's name to them, and sold them. What does that have to do with me?
Conspiracy to defraud is a serious charge.
If I thought a dealer would represent my work as that of another artist, I'd never let him handle a thing.
You're sure of that?
Of course. That's a crime, isn't it?
The street musician, boy in a wheat field, The Battle of the Titans? Do they sound familiar?
Where did you get that?
I believe you two have met. Ah, that should be Barlow. Would you get the door, Miss Chisholm?
Grace Barlow from the mine? What a lovely surprise. Nice to see you, Grace.
What did you find out?
Chisholm here gave me this list of drawings. Pretty much confirms what you already told us.
Just these three, that's it.
That's all I can admit to.
Another bottle of wine, and God knows what it would have said.
These can't be Myers' work.
Why, thank you, Grace.
All right, we'll make this easy on you. Any money you've received for those drawings, you can keep. We agree on that, don't we, Miss Barlow? Tell us where they are, and we're out of here. Simple as that.
You sure she wants to know?
Girardi said the art came from Eller's place. We purchased these from the Cooper Gallery.
Well, they could have ended up anywhere.
Now, my people are certain these drawings are genuine. I'm wasting my time. I have a meeting.
How about the painting?
Paintings? What's he talking about?
Cooper sold his paintings.
How many?
5, 2 polished, a Roscoe.
And two Picassos, right, Grace?
Did he say anything to you about paintings?
No.
What was it Frederick said? No fakes ever get by me. Guess science can't tell a whole lot about some old house paint and a piece of plywood.
May I go, Lieutenant?
Yeah, shoot, go.
It's all right, Al. It's okay.
The Cooper Gallery gave us complete history. The documentation was absolutely
Fraudulent. Fraudulent. The histories are as fake as the paintings.
You're a liar.
Whoa, let's calm down here just a second.
Cooper's reputation is above reproach.
The guy has bills to pay. Why do more research? Gift horse and all that?
Would somebody please fill me in?
Grace? No? Well, then I will. Museums have libraries where they keep documents pertaining to art sales. Before they buy, they research these documents to establish provenance. Somebody charmed or bribed their way into these supposedly secure archives, did a little cutting and pasting, and voila, fake paintings with fake history.
Do you know anything about this?
Do you, Grace?
I'm late. I have to go.
Were any archives compromised? Detective Stevens would like to know.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Stevens.
But don't you want to wait around and find out?
Send me your bill.
Miss Barlow?
Mr. Bill, wait a minute. You're not a cop.
I'm a private investigator.
You're a fake.
I never said I was a cop. I never said that.
Relax.
A private detective. I said I was a detective, not a cop. I don't want to get into any trouble here.
It's all right.
I've got my license to think about, you know.
I'm not going to say anything. It'll be our secret, okay?
Thanks, I appreciate that. Is there something wrong with those paintings?
Just trying to aggravate her. What will you tell Girardi? You want to know what you found out?
I'll let Barlow handle that. I've been paid for what I did. Anyway, I've had it with this art business.
Doesn't turn me on, eh?
Well, those impressionists, they're not bad, but them abstracts,
Doesn't speak to me.
you know, there's this canvas that's completely blank. Nothing on it at all. 3 paragraphs it takes to explain to me what I'm looking at. 3 paragraphs, and the damn thing is blank. I must be missing something.
I don't think so.
I hear tell that they have elephants painting pictures.
Yeah, I read that.
Well, you're not crazy about them either, are you?
Not really.
I appreciate that, you being an artist and everything. Yeah, I better get going.
Take care, Mr. Stevens.
Alrighty, these are in.
Take care, Ernie. Door's open, Grace. Drink?
No.
Come on, for old time's sake. That guy Steve, concrete voice in an abstract world. He should be on your board.
Which one?
Which one's what?
You alleged some paintings might be bad. I don't believe it, of course.
But you can't be sure. Never can be these days. To discretion.
Carl is positive.
Carl is it?
Professor Frederick is positive that the Cooper acquisitions were good.
Hey, Boston, what the hell is he going to say?
He has 30 years in the business. He is well qualified.
To drive a taxi.
I am very busy. If you know something, tell me.
Fredericks is responsible for purchasing Morrow's boy in a wheat field, is he not?
Yes?
It's mine.
What do you mean it's yours?
I drew it.
That's ridiculous. That piece has extremely strong provenance.
Again, what's the history?
We have the line of ownership right up to its tail.
Who sold it to you?
Charles Borling in London. He gave us an affidavit from the prior owner and an additional history.
What was the date on Borling's letter?
I don't remember, early 90s, I think?
Borling died in 1985.
1985?
He's buried at St. Jerome's outside the city.
I don't believe you.
Called the cemetery. So much for your research.
They're all fake?
Not all.
Which ones? What proof do you have?
I'll identify two pieces, that's all.
Who painted them?
I won't tell you that, but for what it's worth, it wasn't an elephant.
What do you want?
I want Frederick fired.
No!
Send him back to what he does best, seducing students.
So that's what this is about.
What this is about is incompetence.
You don't know the whole story.
I know you.
You know what she told you, what she wanted you to hear. He was a married man. She knew what she was getting into.
Enough, okay? I want him fired.
I won't do that.
He'll destroy your museum.
Oh, I see. It's the museum's welfare you're concerned with.
More of the tough. After wading through all that pretentious bullshit about reductive sensibilities and non-referential elemental form, they have the right to know what they're looking at is at least genuine.
We work hard to identify and remove anything we feel is suspect.
Obviously, not hard enough. It's your call, Grace, an employee or your career. Won't be the first time you sacrifice the former for the latter.
I have to leave, Richard. It wasn't working.
My art or our relationship.
Your lack of success had nothing to do with it.
Swim away from a sinking ship.
You refuse to see past the end of your paintbrush. Richard, there's more to having your work accepted than splotching paint on canvas and rinsing them off.
I was never good at kissing ass.
Or being civil.
I'm an artist, not a politician.
So you make fools of the people who could have helped you.
I told the truth.
That abstract art is a fraud. That contemporary art is junk. Did you think that would make you friends?
I wasn't after their friendship. I wanted them to stop pushing their half-ass theories.
And leave you to decide what's good art.
They haven't had much luck, unless you consider body parts and paint splattered canvases that art the 20th century could produce.
We encourage all forms of artistic expression. It's our job to experiment and push the boundaries.
A pile of cow shit? That is a great, if everything's art, nothing is art.
I'm not listening to this.
Well, you'll hear it from me or read it in the paper, your choice.
You want to hurt me that badly? You hate me that much? Richard, you're angry at me. Don't take it out on the museum.
Why would I be angry?
I respected you too much to stay and watch what was happening.
I needed your support, not your admiration.
You wanted me to destroy my career for something I didn't even believe in. I was not going to end up in a reference section of a public library so you could fulfill some death wish.
Now you have a decision to make, Grace. Your career or your professor? Which will it be?
You're a fool, Richard.
But I'm not a whore.
You know something? Your art was never that good.
Then why is it hanging in your museum? I want 100,000.
100,000?
Ah, that's pocket change to your crowd.
You're jealous. You're jealous of all I've accomplished. That's all it is.
Young artists competing to see who can be the most extreme. That's what you've accomplished.
Art changes. Taste change. The public needs to change too. They need to be educated. That is our job, our duty.
And the corporations and the self-important critics are the ones that need to be educated.
Without those self-important people, there wouldn't be museums.
And you repay them by allowing them to contaminate the art market with their money and their convoluted gibberish. Elitists who claim to recognize brilliance but couldn't tell if a pot was hanging upside down.
Poor Richard. You always were drunk, pretty Wednesday.
And you to greener pastures. I want you up too, Grace. I want you to resign.
Me? You want me to resign?
You can't blame Fredericks for everything. Why don't you leave, excuse the expression, gracefully?
You son of a bitch!
I want you both out. And I want 100,000. If the board agrees, I'll take the money and run. No one will ever know the damages you've done to the museum's finances. If the board refuses, everyone will know, starting with the Times. You might want to remind the board they have an exhibit coming up. Picasso and Hobb. Corporate sponsors won't want that canceled.
You know, this isn't about the museum's failures, Richard. But that's good. Revenge is a poor substitute for talent.
Tell Carl I said hello.
Go to hell.
You know, some things, but nothing like this.
Oh, that cop is here.
Even,
Yeah.
what about?
I don't know, Richard won't tell me. I don't like it. Afraid it's restitution business.
Restitution?
Giving the money back. I don't believe it's Rick's uncle crap.
Suppose it's true.
No. No, that money's no good, I'm sure.
Maybe this old lady had life insurance.
Brenda,
Yeah.
they pay for suicide.
Sure, the policy's in force for 2 years, they do. I had an uncle die that way.
Wait a second. Maybe it wasn't suicide.
What are you talking about?
I don't know about this guy.
Murder? Picture? You're crazy. The guy was out of town and she left a note. You told me that.
Yeah, well, notes can be forged. He's good at that.
He loves too many crime shows.
I wonder about this guy.
I wonder how you got me into this.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. Don't give up on me now. Not now. We're almost there.
Are you sure you want him dead?
Yeah, sweetheart. Trust me. It's the only way. What are you going to do? Are you taking him somewhere?
Well, that depends. If he gives me trouble, I'll do it right here.
Here? In the apartment?
Why not?
How?
How am I going to kill him? You want to know that?
No. Forget I asked. 8 o'clock. I get home at 11. He's not here. The drawings are gone. I get suspicious and call the cops.
What do you want me to do?
What the hell do I care? Just get rid of them. Pass them away to burglary. Don't forget.
I'll see you Tuesday morning.
I love you, honey.
Yeah.
And don't tell me I don't need to know.
You don't need to know. Any of that story you told me true?
I have a degree in art history, and I'm a teacher. That part is true.
Your father?
The only art he liked was that Budweiser print. You know, the one you see in bars?
Custer's last name?
No, that's it.
You're kidding. I haven't seen one of those things in years.
I am sorry. I wanted you to know
You were good.
you were drunk.
I never could drink. How did you get into undercover work? You don't seem to type.
My roommate was a manager at the Modern They wanted someone with a background in art and offered me $2,000. It didn't sound dangerous, so.
That business about your thesis, very fun.
Thank you.
How did you find out about the musician?
Girardi suspected that and the thief, so we ran with it. You volunteered for Monroe.
I'm very trusting.
Those paintings Frederick bought, the face, that surprised them. That they didn't expect.
If you were to pay, it would have trusted.
I heard enough. I earned my money.
That's the only reason?
What will the museum do with the fake Frederick bought?
They'll hide the two pieces I identified, the basement, the red and the space. The rest will stay on the wall.
But they're fake.
But they don't know which one. They can't remove all of them. It would attract too much attention.
What about the public?
If they don't know something's not genuine, they won't feel cheap for it.
I guess not.
What are your plans?
I thought I'd go visit my daughter,
Daughter? You have a daughter?
Molly. She's 4. She's in California with my mom.
Oh, isn't that something? I always wanted kids.
When my ex left, we emptied the checking account, and I had to find a job. I couldn't afford daycare, so off the ground she went.
Anything lined up?
Not yet. I'll stay with my mom until I find something.
Where does she live?
San Diego.
Wow, that's great weather out there. I'd love to move out that way. When are you leaving?
Soon. I thought I'd stop in St. Louis anyway.
Visit your roots.
I promised some friends that.
What's the matter?
How did you know that I was from St. Louis? How did you know that?
You told me.
No.
Sure you did.
No, not me.
Stevens then. That guy Stevens must have said something.
He didn't know.
Well, I heard it somewhere.
Girardi knew. During the strategy meeting, he asked me where I was from.
That's where Stevens heard.
No, Stevens had left. It was just the two of us. Richard, help me out here. Why would you speak with Girardi? You hated each other, didn't you? You two were working together. My God, we were set up. You and Girardi set Philo up.
Yes.
Why? Why would you do that? Tell me, Richard, please.
Brenda and Frederick had an affair.
What?
She was a student in his art history class.
Whoa, wait a second. Brenda, your first wife, an affair with Carl Frederick?
She became pregnant. Frederick's wife was using her money to find hubby a position at the modern. The affair would have killed his chances. So he told Brenda he would get a divorce and marry her if she would get an abortion.
Did she?
Yes.
And?
He handed her an envelope with $5,000. She threw it in his face. We found out later that because of the abortion, she couldn't have children.
What about Girardi? What was his connection?
He sold a painting that Frederick wanted. Frederick started a rumor that he was peddling suspect art. Put Girardi's gallery out of business.
Revenge. That's what this is about. Hurting Frederick.
Yes. But we didn't know how. Then we got a break. Girardi was in the shop of an artist who did restorations for the gallery. He noticed a dozen pictures, abstract stuff, all signed by big-name artists, all dead.
Yeah, so?
They weren't finished.
I don't understand.
The paint was still wet.
You're not kidding.
We found out that he sold 2 of his pictures to Frederick, and they were hanging in the museum. I couldn't believe we could be that lucky. Now, Barlow would have to listen to it. So, we made up that story about my drawings.
What do you mean made it up? The Moreau isn't yours? Well, who did it?
Moreau?
Moreau. It's an original. The Titan, the musician?
All genuine.
My God!
Barlow was right. I didn't have that pen and pencil.
It was all a lie. The whole thing was a bluff? my God.
A rumor starts that the work is suspect because it's easy to splash paint on or draw a line through the canvas. The experts can agree if it's genuine. Because of hate's uncertainty, the art market shutters, and boards of directors gather to determine who's responsible. Someone must be sacrificed.
That explains the resignation.
Collectors, museums, they think they know what they own, but they don't.
Richard, I think your talent lies somewhere other than in the field of art. Did you ask Barlow for anything else? Did you ask for money? Oh, Richard.
It wasn't supposed to be about money. It just came out. I wanted to hurt those people that made the art market a never land of big money. But they weren't there. Barlow was. It just came out.
But you have heard them. You embarrassed the experts. Barlows and Fredericks resigned, and they'll all go to bed believing the museum was flooded with fake art. That's what you want, isn't it?
Just paint something, and they'll tell you what it means. Well, there was something Barlow said. When she told me I should change my style, I asked her what I should paint. She said, just paint. They'll tell you what it means. Can you imagine?
It's over. It's finished, Richard. You got what you wanted. You won. It's over.
Why don't I feel like celebrating?
Yeah, that's her, Chisholm.
She was here.
Right where you're standing.
What happened?
You sure you don't like it?
Stop at the drink. What happened? Did you do it?
Yeah, I did.
Both of them.
Both of them.
In the apartment?
Right here.
What did you do with them?
With the bodies. They're in your husband's car.
No one saw me.
No,
You sure?
I'm sure. No one saw me. Everything went great, nice and clean.
You did good, sweetheart.
Yeah,
Real good.
I think so.
I hated to lay this on you. You know that, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
If there had been any other way, I would have done it.
No other way. Had to be done.
Had to. Don't worry, sweetheart. We'll be fine. We'll see.
Sure, we'll be fine.
What about the drawings? Do you hear those?
They're gone. They were nice. Pretty, you know. Why'd you throw them out?
It's that. Did you put them in the trunk?
The drawings?
No, damn it, the bodies. Did you put them in the trunk?
Nope. Front seat.
The front seat? You put them in the front seat?
Yeah.
Where's the car?
Ohio, I think.
Ohio.
Maybe Pennsylvania.
Look, Mike, I don't need this shit. What's going on? Where are they?
They're gone.
They?
Your old man and Chisholm, they're gone.
Gone where?
He left them, Linda.
Left me. You let me go? You bastard! He paid you to let it go!
Me, I would have been pissed. The guy banging my wife and all, but you can do business with him. He's okay.
You're gonna pay for your little business deal.
What are you doing?
Calling the cops, that's what.
And telling them what?
Everything. How you plan to kill him and how I talked you out of it. You better get yourself a lawyer, sweetheart. You're gonna need it.
I've got something better. Cheaper, too.
What are you talking about?
Be careful what you say, remember? Can't say I didn't warn you.
Hey, God.
Are you sure you want him dead?
Yes, sweetheart, it's the only way.
You lied to me. That's me talk.
You know something, you look right. Everyone lies. How they think.
Bastard. You never intended to kill him.
What I intended was to protect my ass from a certain crazy lady. Oh, and $500,000? It wasn't his. His uncle did leave him the money. He showed me the papers.
You see. All that time.
Yeah, he knew.
And the will?
Forget it. It's late.
trying to do?
There's that we again.
I did it for us, for you and me.
Sorry, baby. It's like Bogart said. 'Cause I got something on you, I can't be sure you won't put a hole in me someday.
I wouldn't do that. I would never hurt you. I love you, Mike.
Oh, that's a few bad nights thinking about the fun you had. So I'll get over it.
Where are you going?
To the bank, the car dealer, and the nearest bar in that order. If you want to cash this, you'll get your 10 grand, and when your money runs out, give me a call. Who knows, maybe you'll get lucky.
What's that?
Well, what's it look like? A check, 35 large, as a wise guy would say. Not bad for one tiny little tape.
Old Richard's case?
Well, there's no way I was gonna let Richie boy run off with all that money. I may be dumb, baby, but I ain't.
Idiot.
What? What? What's the matter?
You told Richard a recording of us planning his murder?